Good afternoon and good evening, whatever wherever you welcome back to Beta Plans. We return to Bloodlust Shadowhunter. And I'm playing this appropriately at near the midnight hour. Because, well, Masquerade's dumpier Shadowhunter is about to take on the Emperor. And we are going to use everything we have in our arsenal that is good for fighting. I have therefore changed some equipment around that, well, you have perhaps come to know of this vampire. But for instance, we changed out our mask because, well, it gives it a little bit more vitality, for instance. We now have a very powerful stake shotgun, which I had already hinted at in the last episode that we would bring to bear. And, well, I even socketed it with a ghoul eye and, well, with a strength and max health and splash damage bonus skill. Yowza. This is a big-ass puppy. In fact, I don't have our previous crossbow anymore because I sold it, but the damage is about, well, it doubled to even nearly tripled with this amount of damage, because don't forget that supposedly also the shotgun fires a little bit more. Supposedly you can see it in the speed below, 2.2 times the speed. So yeah, its damage output should be incredible. On top of that, of course, we have a sort of odious, because, well, we need to use that in order to kill Rainier. I assume that he will be immune to all damage unless we do the final blow of this weapon. And then we have our other items. In the meantime, also, I have leveled up all our skill. All of a sudden we have no more skill points available after we hit 100 reputation, which is apparently the cap that you need. 100 reputation, you can get the skills to maximum. It looks weird because here it says 24. Well, that's true, but apparently a baseline of what you can learn is 20. 20 is the baseline, and we now have a maximum bow skill for this fight. Absolutely wonderful. On top of that, of course, we're going to call in all our little victims, and well, in order to make the team complete, I think we just need one more. And I know exactly where to get him. Hello, dude. I'm afraid you're going to join the family.
Please, no!
Gonzalo, and there we have the achievement, full family. Nice. And with a full team of fledglings, we are going to fight the Emperor. I hope you are as excited for it as I am, because I'm quite keen on seeing how well we will do against him. Oh, roll tree. The Sire tree. Minion Gonzalo, who also kinda looks a little bit different, which is kinda cool. You need not sleep. Attack and protect. And yes, Jess already has gotten herself some victims of her own. How lovely to see the family grow, isn't it? But all of them are going to be in this battle. You have no need of this, Gonzalo, but thank you nonetheless. There we are, our full family together. Perfect. Is this manor... it still seems to be empty. Good. We need to be on top, I believe. Well, let's go. Let's go kill ourselves an Emperor of the Vampires. That's going to be a first for me. I think we need to go in here because this is where we need to give the necklace. A necklace in all of our own sire. The daughter of the Emperor. Alright. Secret chamber. Ooh. This is going to be a doozy. Hopefully these guys will offer enough distraction for this to be vent gas triggered. I wonder still if that is actually good or bad. Like, if that's going to be helpful against Rainier or if it's just going to be in my way. Well, first of all, though, we have to do is put the moon lenses in place. Well, something is cooking. Alright. You better all be ready. Splash damage on. Let's just go fight ourselves an Emperor. Wait, we can't attack him yet? The hell?
What black alchemy was used to force me from my coffin? I know of only one who knows such dark magic, and I can only conclude my sorcerer guardian is now dead if you are standing before me here in my chambers.
Yes, indeed, Zonx is dead, but before you start crying over him, you might want to know he killed your daughter.
Liar is dead, and Zark's responsible? What unloyalty is this?
Actually, I'm not sure if it was unloyal, since it was an effort to find me. I guess he knew I was trouble, and wasn't going to let anything get in his way, even if it meant killing the Emperor's only daughter.
Tell me, before you anger me further, who is this fledgling that bested my unloyal lieutenant and dare awakens me?
Who? Me? Well, your highness. Well, you're monstrous. Not sure exactly. You see, my memory is a bit foggy from the bite.
Whomever responsible for siring such an unloyal will surely be paid.
Sark's already took care of that. Apparently, for reasons unknown, your daughter wanted me alive. Even if it meant turning me into the monster that is one of your kind. Still figuring that one out.
Foolish fledgling. Our kind are beyond the most powerful of earthly creatures. You should be nothing but grateful for my daughter's embrace and your new bloodline, even if it will be drained dry from your veins in the coming moments.
I must admit, I don't really mind the power that your infected blood gives. However, I use it only as a tool to bring me close enough to you, your demise. Alright! Whoa, he is very resistant to damage. See, even I have my sight on. Like an illusion of invisibility or something that my sight cannot pierce. And I'm constantly shooting down the green ball after he's shooting because that's the explosive damage, and something tells me I don't want to be near that when it goes off. Funnily enough, he lets my minions completely alone. That was unpleasant. Don't know what happened, but I think he just transformed into a different form. Holy heck, that is a painful form times giving him a headshot, but apparently he is protected from that. The hell? And I have the feeling that my little family over here is a bit in pain at times. And he has like a ton of damages to go. You know what, the super weapon, I have like... I just whoa. I am not doing the damage that I would like to be doing. But he's... my means are seen to be working quite effectively. What did I just hear? I thought I heard him on the left side. Scared her for a second. Doesn't seem to be dying. Alright. Change of strategy. That is a silver poison. Oh! Alright. Yeah, it seems that we really need to hit it with a sword. In order for us to do some effective damage. I can't see which weapon I'm holding right now. There we go. Whoa! I have the feeling I'm hitting my minions. Or is it just luck? There we go. And I really need to drink a lot of this utility stuff because, man, I just don't have the HP to handle that tiny laser thing over here. He has like lost 2,000 HP of his 9,000. This is going to take a while. I find it highly dangerous. But getting his poison. Yeah, he is suffering so much.
I thought you could use a hand, so to speak, of course.
Oh, what now? I'm stuck in the wall. Okay, I don't know what that cutscene said, but I heard before is a workout that first... oh, all that we ever had, I think it's because this creature has come around. The Head, which is a friend to us and it will fight with us, by my knowledge. So, let us get that to our side. What the heck is this? Yes, I know you want to help me. Get over there!
His choice translated.
In fact, he has regained health, so it seems. That is really bad. Head! Hey, you were attacked.
All that's done. He turned to stone.
Wait, what happens? Wait, are you absolutely sure you want to do that? You are about to destroy a 1,000-year-old bloodhound and all those affiliated, including me. Killing Rainier reveals all his sired victims, and who they sired to, and so on. All the way to you. Instantly, everyone from the entire bloodline will turn mortal with your strike. Alright, so what does that mean?
For you, nothing. You have only been a vampire for a little while, and therefore you haven't aged much. but I've been a vampire for over 300 years, so turning back into a 300-year-old mortal will mean instant death. Of course, I am only but a head, so naturally, I would be doing myself a disservice if I didn't try to preserve my current state of immortality and mention that with Rhaegar preserved in this unnatural of states, you would be successor to his reign and the new leader of the bloodline.
Now I know that if you choose the second option, saying me the new emperor, yes, becoming the successor to Rhaegar, you get a massive boost to your abilities. But we've already died once as vampire wanting power in Vampire the Masquerade. In Vampire Redemption we redeemed ourselves, and I think in this case, well, we came to beat Rhaegar, and we are damn well gonna stick with it. We will save the humans from the vampire, and I will not let this power rise to my head. Otherwise it's going to be the same old saying, with great power comes great mental instability. I mean responsibility. Alright. Goodbye, my friend. Okay, so he's active again. I think what we need to do, if I get this better, is to actually, with this sword, hit the means that he creates that ouch. Have that light to him, because... Oh, that's the head. He does now go down heavily in his HP this time around. Oh, damn, and of course I get killed at the very, very bloody end. Ay, ay, ay.
Going! I'm mortal again! Thank you!
You're free. Weak and mortal, but free. Now one of the darkest of bloodlines has been wiped from existence, where your thirst for blood can no longer hold you or your sire from the light. It was the other half of my kindred soul that was able to sense your true form. A beacon of light that shined from a Shadowhunter lying badly wounded among the ruins after being defeated by one of my kindred family. You were almost dead. I knew with my embrace I could save you and make you even stronger. I thought perhaps with the drive from a hunter and the desire to regain mortality, there would be no stopping you. You see, mortality is a desire I knew something of. A desire that would test my loyalty to my bloodline and to my sect. As I too was born like you. But that is a secret I have taken to my grave.
You've defeated the Emperor and are mortal again. Mortal and weak with no vampire skills anymore. I suppose it's the price you pay.
Ah, but looks can be deceiving, Varrock. Because yes, we are no more a vampire hunter, but as you may notice, we have a blue swirling mist around us. And my eyes that I liked so much being white, well, they now have a bluish hue. And why is that? Well, that's because we have become the secret race that you unlock after defeating the Emperor. The Hunter. A Hunter only gets 3 ability points per level to put into strength, dexterity and what have you not, but starts with 100 resistances. Now I don't know why the calculations then make these numbers pop up, but you know, I'm going to leave it at that. On top of that, he says no more vampire skills and therefore weak. Now that's not entirely true, Varrock, because, well, we have our very own skill set among which we can pull the pet. There is that something that I was searching so desperately for. So why do you see this instead of, well, me defeating Rainier and then seeing the entire cutscene? Well, that's because my recording, well, fucked up at the end. There's no other words than saying that it's catastrophic to have your recording software fail at that very end. Because, well, the way that the game works, you can only load up the last moment that you were in there. Except for now, after defeating Rainier, you always start at this screen. Unless probably you continue playing onwards, because the game allows for that. But yes, therefore I could not show you everything, but, well, I thought therefore I'd do a kind of RR. Which means after action retailing of, well, what happened and my reaction to it. Because that cutscene, it deserved to be here for you to see my watches, because that cutscene tells a lot. Yes, there is a second part and where the lady that gave you the audio sword comes around, but more or less that's a little philosophical debate on what you will do in the future, along with some grammar jokes. No, the lion part, that was in the first part, and where she tells you why she done it. In a sense, because you did take still a secret to the grave. So, after having played Bloodlust Shadowhunter, what is my opinion? What do I now really think of it in the end? A lot of people, me included, had hoped that Bloodlust Shadowhunter would be the spiritual successor to Vampire the Masquerade. That it is not. Is it therefore bad? No. Because this game should not be compared to Vampire the Masquerade. It's a game on its own with its own components and elements and should therefore be judged for that. In fact, if we take all those elements, it becomes rather unique. And what is it then? Well, it is an action role-playing game, a dungeon delver a la Diablo, but within a dark fantasy setting with vampires all around and randomly generated 3D dungeons that can differ in their feel from Egyptian to water to mutant to the mad that we actually never saw, because this game is also about puzzles, and sometimes, well, they were actually too difficult for me. Yet indeed, we never even went into the asylum, even though I craved to see what was beyond those walls, but, well, in fact, I also know that this is simply another dungeon, because I can say simply, but you have to keep in mind that this is the work of a one-man studio, WRF Studios. And this is a labor of love, and you can see it also after the end of releasing the game. And why is that? Well, you can see him active on all kinds of Steam forums. I know he's been active in Twitch streams. He's been active on my channel, and actually we've seen an update that included some of the elements that I had trouble with or commented on. Wow. Now that is proactive interaction with your fans, your base, and that alone deserves a mighty, mighty salute. And although I am not the action RPG man, Dungeon Delver became relaxing, therapeutic almost. Very nice to wind down at the end of the night after coming home from work and just saying, I just want to slay some monsters, just roam around a little bit, find perhaps another cool item. And we can definitely still do that after beating Rainier, because we've seen many items that can also be slotted with, well, what seemed to be a glyph, but we haven't found them yet. Well, that might just be because I haven't delved deeper than level 60. even despite the fact that I myself, myself am level 92, at least regarding my bloodline. I say that in that way because, well, we are a hunter now, we don't really have a bloodline. In the end, no, this is not a game with those dark political intrigue elements in the way that it is portrayed in Vampire the Masquerade, but it definitely tried to bring that feel, and on top of that added all kinds of other elements. And yes, some people complained about the graphics being shoddy, or perhaps a corpse whose physics were all bent out of shape. But that is not a problem that is created by WRF Studios. That is because it used the Unreal Engine. And it does that in that engine. I think you are focusing on the wrong thing. In fact, I think you're focusing on the wrong thing if you're focusing only on graphics. But that's me. I know that some people love graphics more than story. And the story ended. And it was quite intriguing. Sometimes hard to follow with, well, perhaps a little bit difficult in following the line of thinking. But nonetheless, once again, intriguing. Therefore I say that if you like things like Diablo, Dungeon Delvers and what have you not, then this might be a very good game for you to pick up. And I'm very interested to see what WRF Studios will come up with next. And in the meantime I say, I thank you for watching, and remember, great peril yields great